I want to talk, like I said, I wanted to talk about how evil is rooted in hate, but also love, how evil can be rooted in power. Evil many times comes from hate, right? If someone hates another individual, they will do incredible acts of violence towards them and dehumanize them because they hate them, because they fail to see the humanity of them. Obviously, even if you take the most cold-blooded murderers, most of them would never do anything to their own family members because that's someone of their group, of their shared identity, and yet they'll go and just kill other individuals in cold blood. But then you know, if you told them, like, what if this happened to your brother, your sister, your son? They would be distraught. They'd be like, I feel horrible if something like that happened to them. But then they would go and do it to someone else. So I'm getting at is, when you hate someone, you don't see the humanity of them, and you're willing to do great acts of cruelty towards them. But a lot of times, hate can come from love, which is interesting, right? You take nationalism, for example. A lot of times, nationalism is supposed to be, and then we go into Camus saying, I'm not a nationalist because I love my country, and that a person who truly loves their country wouldn't be a nationalist. So we can go into like all the semantics here, but let's just take a nationalist, for example. The idea of a nationalist is someone who loves their country, right? But a lot of times, this love for their country leads to evil committed to other countries. Evil coming from love. You love your family, and sometimes you'll do great things, great cruel things to other people in order to keep your family safe. And sometimes that's necessary, but it's out of love that you can hate someone. Because you love your family so much, you hate the enemy that's trying to kill your family. You hate the enemy that's trying to take the things that your family has, that's trying to make them unsafe. To make your family safe, you're willing to do evil things. Therefore, love comes from hate. Evil comes from hate. Evil comes from love. And that's just something I wanted to bring up because I think it's interesting that a lot of times, really hateful, evil things, hate especially, is developed from love.